Hi everybody, thank you for joining me for today's video. My name is David. This channel is Damar's Coaching, and I'm making a video today to help you guys understand what goes on, what's happening to a narcissistic person or a narcissist, someone with the disorder, personality disorder. What is going on with them when you go no contact, when you end that relationship and you will not contact them, you will not buy into their hoovering attempts and stuff like this. What's going on with them? Since you aren't talking to them anymore, you aren't communicating with them at all, and you want to know what's going on. Let me start with mass confusion. There is so much confusion about this that I hear. I've been coaching people, helping them for about 7 years now. So we're talking a lot of clients I've had, and it is the most confusing thing. I always say the hardest thing to identify can be abuse, especially in childhood, right? But the biggest confusion is after the relationship is over. What is going on? Who are they? Who are you? One of the biggest symptoms walking away from these relationships is self-doubt. You cannot have someone sit there who doesn't know who they are and tells you who they are, confusing you all the time, accusing you of things you don't do. Because when you're in a relationship with one of these people, one of you is extremely sick and toxic. You're having an extremely toxic relationship. The problem is we can look at ourselves and say, hey, is this us? They never will, and say, hey, it's you, okay? When someone makes you feel bad long enough, we feel like bad people. Shame, guilt, okay? Mass confusion. So I hope this helps with this for you guys. When the relationship ends, very often they're on social media, aren't they? There's a reason for that. They need external validation, okay? And so you guys are going to see maybe your ex on Facebook and something like that, and they're smiling. They're with someone else. They've replaced you. They told you you're the problem all the time and just needed to get rid of you, and they finally did, even if it was your decision. And there they are. Finally, they're off and running, being happy like they're supposed to be, but just couldn't be with you. We may hear things come back to us. They'll make sure they tell everybody things, and it gets back to you. And oh my God, really? They're getting married in a month? Oh my God. They said they're so happy. They look happy. Didn't you guys? Big problem is we have a distorted view of our abuser. Long enough, we have a distorted view. Afterwards, we might think they're much better person than they are. Healthier, more confident. I get in arguments with people that have dated people diagnosed with NPD, telling me how confident they are and secure and so much self-esteem. You're being fooled. That's why you're the one with them and not someone else who doesn't buy that. So narcissists are dependent on others for external validation. I'm not sure if all of you understand what that means. We all like some external validation, okay? Especially from the people in our lives, right? Not so much people we don't know, just getting attention from strangers and stuff. No. We want to make sure that we're living our life okay, that we're not bad people, that we're making decent decisions that doesn't hurt others and stuff like this, okay? And they're dependent on this because they can't do anything for themselves. They're not self-reliant. They can't say it's okay, everything's gonna be all right, don't worry about what people think, you're still a good person. Oh, no. That's inside. They don't have that. They have an unstable self-esteem and massive shame and worthlessness inside. That's who they are, okay? And they'll overcompensate with their ego. Losing you is a source they must replace. They can't be without it. That's what dependency is. I have to. I need you. Not I have emotional needs, honey. Please make me feel secure. No, I need you to make me feel like I'm okay, an okay person. They have a fragmented self. Relatedness of various parts of their self is lost. Never developed. Losing you can make them collapse. Okay? So, and I know you guys heard that maybe? The collapsed narcissist. See, anger is a natural reaction to rejection. okay? And we don't get what we want, and someone doesn't want to see us anymore and stuff like this, they tell us no, we're rejected. And it's understandable that our brains are going to react with anger because we're such social creatures. We can't. We won't live if we're always rejected, right? We have to have people in society. So we naturally react to anger, angry to rejection, but we can look at ourselves and comfort ourselves, validate ourselves, things like this. They can't. This often causes a narcissistic injury. They will collapse without external supply and their grandiosity. Okay, the grandiosity is what fills in the gaps of external supply. Without these two, they will fall into a deep, deep depression. Okay, it could be very isolating, self-destructive. A lot of people say narcissists can't be alone. Yes, they can. Somebody this dysfunctional better be okay with being alone, or they'd probably take their own lives more often. I posted a meme, I think earlier today. It says, stop trying to change toxic people. They must change on their own. All we can do until then is reject them. Say, your behaviors are not tolerated. I am rejecting you. That is the only chance anybody has to get the help they need and change something this dramatic, a personality disorder. Just like a drug addict, right? We can't just keep, supporting and enabling drug addicts. Eventually it's, I can't have it in my life, goodbye. That's what causes and forces the biggest changes in our life. Losing people, fear of losing people. I've made the reference of a husband, an alcoholic husband. The wife, he never quits drinking for 10 years of their marriage until the wife finally says, I'm taking the children and goodbye. Okay, I'll quit. Narcissists will overcompensate, okay, for how they feel inside, that shame, that worthlessness, the insecurity, the low self-esteem. They'll overcompensate with ego. They protect themselves with the false persona, never developing the self. You got to know them the most, the best. You are now finally still learning who they are, but they showed you a part of themselves. They can't hide and protect that with everyone forever, all the time. There's moments of that vulnerability. They let you see who they are, where they lose it. They're angry, they're mad, they're unsympathetic, unempathetic, not compassionate. You got to see that. And now you're rejecting their self, which they do, because narcissists reject themselves. They reject their childhood, things like this. You're rejecting their self and their ego. I don't want any of you. You are rejecting their self and their identity, things they identify with. Deep depression, or they attach quickly to another person. That's it, guys. That's it. You're not going to see the healthy narcissist go work on themselves, be alone for a while by choice. Yeah. Learn from their mistakes and their failures and heal themselves and grieve. Nope. If I'm stuck with myself, I'm going to go into deep depression until I find someone else I can depend on to stroke my grandiosity. And then after they do that, so it's depression, or find someone else quickly where I can project onto this person everything about the relationship and their self. Right? So what do? Like a smear campaign. They tell my ex this, my ex that. They did it with you. They tell you how bad their ex was to them. Projection. Because they can't live with themselves. And this is how they do it. You can't look at people on a social media site, dating site, and tell who they are and say, oh, they're happy, they're healthy. We all have problems. We may all have some sort of disorder even. So what are the odds you're going to look on Facebook and everyone has some type of mental illness maybe? Most. You don't see any of it. We have been fooled. Part of it is idealization. We thought that they're the ones. Never knowing if we find true love, but we do. We think we do. And it's hard. It's hard when that reality is right in front of us. That cognitive dissonance, them lying to you, you lying to yourself, compromising yourself, sacrificing, numbing, bargaining, yeah, being ashamed, guilt, can't tell anybody. Narcissistic personality disorder is serious, serious mental illness. They can't form and maintain relationships with people. That's why it went to crap with you. It wouldn't matter who you are. This is a personality disorder. They don't change who they are. We don't. None of us do. At least we can look at ourselves and become better people. They can't even do that. They have to look at someone else, not themselves. The narcissist enamored with their image? No. They hate themselves. This image covers up who they really are. And they have to have supporting actors in their life. You are a supporting actor. In such survival mode, they don't care who you are. You know, think about it. If the most survival actions you can take really would be completely selfish, wouldn't it? If I'm just life or death, it's just me. Can't really care for other people, maybe even my own children. Try to process these things and look at your relationship and this person and understand that what they did and how they showed themselves and how they treated you is who they are. They can be nice, they can be respectful, show signs of maybe caring and empathy and compassion. Sure, they can. They're capable of doing that. For how long? I don't know. But isn't it the toxic, bad, abusive, neglectful behavior that's not tolerated? I mean, do you do those things by accident or something? I never do. I don't need excuses. I don't do it. They don't need excuses. Just hold them accountable. Accept who this person has shown you. But it might take some time, and it really helps to talk to somebody to process these things. So often, people are going to their friends, family, with your stories, and they don't understand. That's not going to help you. Somebody who does understand, somebody's maybe been through it and understands and healed, that's what's going to help you guys, okay? And if we don't, we might keep carrying around toxic shame, self-doubt, beating ourselves up, not giving ourselves what we really, really need, what we needed in this relationship that we couldn't get because they're incapable. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if I help clarify some of this for you. I don't know how much I can in this video in 15 minutes. I don't know. Let me know, and please ask questions, okay? I'll always answer them. I have a weekly Q&A. You can always ask questions on there too. But find your answers, okay? Be careful of the sources, but find your answers. Start to accept who this toxic person is and begin looking at yourself and loving who you see, okay? All right. Thanks, guys. Like I said, ask questions. Love yourself first, please. I'll see you guys again later. Bye.